All right. Yes, we are live. Welcome to another episode of Artco Drone Solutions. All right, we're just getting started here. Today we're going to talk about my Phantom 3 Advance. I finally got it out to fly today. I'm going to talk about that and the video that I made that I'm going to upload after this show, and also my Mavic Air. Uh, yeah, my Mavic Air that I got from this wonderful droner, Bill Horos, of Bill the Drone Reviewer. Um, Yeah, so this is going to be great. So I'm doing something a little different tonight. I'm doing a live chat, and I hope this is working out. Look at that. I don't see any chats. Okay, there we go. Rick King, welcome. Rick Halber. Yeah, Tim Herbert, Tim Henderson, Deb Paulson, Lloyd Mendenhall, Kelly Paulson, Bill the Drone Reviewer. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I was going to use my usual software, my Streamlabs OBS, and it doesn't see the camera for some reason. So I'm going to have to play around with it tomorrow and get it working. And I'm going to learn how to use the different features, make this a little better show in the future where I could bring up videos, I could do some photos, uh, I could do all sorts of things. Eventually, I want to make it to where I could have guests on the show and we could do like two or three uh, videos going video screens going at once, like some of the other shows, like Ken Heron show, uh, Oz by Drone, and so far it looks like the streaming is doing really good. No buffering, so maybe doing the live show works out a lot better. So we got 8 people in, 3 lights. Hit that like button, please. Uh, like I said, I've got a new video uh, going up after show. Uh, Tested out the my Mavic 3 Advance, and it flies great. It's a little different. It doesn't use Wi-Fi for the video. I had to use my cell phone for the viewer. I was going to use my Samsung Galaxy Tab 4, but for some reason I couldn't download the app for it because I wanted to use that because that would have been a lot bigger screen to fly the drone. And the button layouts are a little different, and it's a little heavier too. So uh, it probably makes for a better uh, flight. You don't have to worry about flyaways and stuff like that. Ultimate ShoeTube FPV, welcome to the show. Whizbang 99. All right, welcome to the show. Yeah, basically I did a short flight, got it up in the air at about 211 feet and did a panorama around the area so you could see the mountains. The we had no, Bill, I haven't gotten the batteries, but I will check my mail right after the show. The mailman gets here about the time that this show starts, so I will go out and check them. But tomorrow, definitely going to test out the Mavic Air. I finally got everything linked up. I thought I had it linked up yesterday after work. I was going to go fly it. And then I decided, oh, let's do a firmware update. And then when it did that, it just cobbled up the link up the binding. So I had, and it was starting to get dark. So I decided, hey, let's try it for another time. And I finally got all the updates taken care of. I got it all linked up, and it's working great. Really like it. Uh, I'm excited to try it out and see uh, what it could do. It's smaller, and it the thing that I like about it is I this is something I could take with me on trips, whether here in the United States or outside the United States. Um, oh, don't forget, I'm going to be on Ken Heron's show this next coming Thursday night, so that should be a good show. Back to the Phantom 3. Uh, it's very agile. It moves just as well as my Phantom 3 standard. Uh, I just have to get used to the controls a little bit. Uh, it has buttons on the remote to take video or photos on it, so you don't have to touch the screen to take video or photos. And it's got more features on setting up the ISO and all the photography settings on that. I Today was just a simple flight, no ND filters on it, so I was really pleased with how the video looked. It really looked sharp. I think it's high def video, so it looks really good. Michael W. Blade and Mr. Mike T. Man, welcome to the show. Mr. Mike T. Man, I know from another show that he's on quite a bit. That would be the Yuri and Bruce show, where they do uh, visas for uh, foreigners who want to get married here in the United States. Uh, Yuri is from the Philippines, and she's married to Bruce. They live down in Colorado Springs, and they talk about long distance relationships, uh, visas, how to get the visa process started, where to go to on the net to get the paperwork, and how much it costs, and all the different steps you have to go through. It is really interesting to see. Well, I learned a lot because I was going through the same process with my uh, former fiance. Uh, and they do other videos as well. They talk about relationships, and they talk about uh, culture differences uh, from the Philippines and what to expect. Uh, Roy Cornelis, welcome to the show. So that's a good show. So it's nice to see that other people from other shows are coming to my channel, which is cool. Uh, Last night I went on Shadow Man, or oh god, I I've seen him on I think it was on iSpite's channel, and he's a gamer. And I checked out his show last night and thought, wow, this is interesting. The guy has an amazing voice. If he ever wanted to do voiceovers or things like that, he would be great. Drone Shots, welcome to the show. Yeah, so that was really interesting. Uh, Philly Drone Life, welcome, welcome. Rick Halber, the camera's working great. Just wasn't working on my normal software. How does it look to you guys? I mean, I don't see any lagging issues at all. If you guys could let me know if there's any issues on your end. Uh, good, good, good. So, I don't know. I will, Todd Henderson, welcome to the show. I will play around with the Streamlabs OBS. What I like about Streamlabs is there's a feature on there. It's kind of like oh, like on Ken's show where people could make donations. Excuse me, for a few bucks and contribute to my show. And they have that feature on there. And the neat thing about their uh, uh, their chat, excuse me, that you can pay with either credit card, PayPal, and even cryptocurrency, which is kind of cool. Oh man. So yeah, I got some video of me trying to try out the Mavic Air yesterday. And I found a piece of protective tape on it, and I thought, oh, this will be great. I said, hey Dana, look at this. Oh, so I got that on yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, you can pay with Bitcoin. Um, so, excuse me. Ah, yeah, that would be a good idea. Normally, I have a soda with me, and for tonight, I just had a whole bunch of stuff going on. I was editing today's video, and I was in the process of uploading it to YouTube, and then I saw that this is going to run right into the show, so I canceled the download. Maybe that's where I'm having my video issue with Streamlabs and YouTube. So, DumbTube, oh, welcome to the show. So, hopefully, the batteries will be here today. If not, they'll be here Monday. Um, the weather has been pretty good here in the Denver metro area. That I'm hoping to get some flying in this weekend and also the following weekend. The following, I'm on vacation. Well, let me back that up. My birthday is January 15th, so I got that whole week off from work. And so I'm going to have plenty of time to do some flying. Michigander, man, welcome to the show. Uh, Michigander man, what part of Michigan are you from? I used to live in Royal Oak and Troy, Michigan, which is just north of Detroit. It's one of the suburbs out there. West Michigan. All right. Uh, I just started a new hobby a couple months ago. All right, drone shots. Where are you from in Michigan? Uh, anyway, I started this new hobby where rock tumbling. And Michigan's got some really interesting rocks out there. Like, uh, oh, okay, cool. They've got these stones called Petoskey stones, and what they are fossilized coral, and you find them along Lake Michigan, usually in the northern part from Traverse City on up to Mackinac Straits there. And they're named after the city that they're mostly found, called Petoskey, Michigan, which is halfway between the Mackinac Straits and Traverse City. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're 45 minutes out of Battle Creek. Cool. The home of Kellogg's cereals. Yeah. Yeah, I've been all over Michigan. Back when I was doing stand-up comedy, I did shows all over Michigan, and uh, never got a chance to work in uh, western part of Michigan. But I've been to Manistee, Michigan, when I went salmon fishing back in the 70s. That was a lot of fun. Yep. Petoskey is a beautiful town. uh, Also, Charlevoix is another really beautiful place. Traverse City. Uh, those are places, you know, if I wanted to move back to Michigan, those are the places I would consider moving to because I love fishing and there's places to go everywhere. Glen Haven, okay. Uh, Ann Arbor, yeah, been through there. I went to an Eastern Michigan football game in Ypsilanti, which is not far from Ann Arbor. Alpena is another great little town. There's a nice little river that runs through there that's great for fishing. Um, Bay City wouldn't be a bad place to live. Where else? Uh, I mean, there is not a bad place to live in Michigan. If you live inland, it's more farming and uh, cherry and apples they grow there. Uh, but further north you go, there are tons of lakes and rivers that run through there. So if you get a chance, you're over by Lake Michigan, you find agates. I'm looking for agates to tumble. Jim Wallace, welcome to the show. He's from Indianapolis. Worked there. Yeah, that's the only thing that I don't like about Michigan is when it snows there, it stays on the ground pretty much all winter. We're here in Colorado, it could snow a few inches, and by the end of the week, the snow is gone. Uh, because where I live is it's an alpine desert. We're a mile above sea level, and we get quite a bit of snow, but because it's dry, it doesn't stay around as long unless we get one of those huge blizzards like we did in 2007, where my neighborhood got 41 inches of snow in a couple of days. And it just snow, no snow in Michigan yet? Oh boy. Yeah, Michigan is one of those weird states where, you know, they'll get a crap load of snow or they don't. Depends on where you live. If you live near the lakes, you get a lot of lake effect snow. Yeah, I was in the upper 50s here in the Denver metro area. Yeah, Upper Peninsula is beautiful up there too. Really cold up there, but neat thing about the Upper Peninsula is in the wintertime you could see the aurora borealis up there, the northern lights, which is really cool. Uh, I almost went to college or university in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, called Central Michigan University. Almost went there, and my folks decided, hey, we're going to move back to Denver, which was fine with me because I had a lot of family and old friends here. So my 40th high school reunion is this September. So I'm going to go back and probably take a week off so I could do some fishing around the area. And that Mac Air will be just perfect for this trip. Uh, so probably what I'll do is I'll rent a car and just kind of drive around my old fishing spots and maybe try to get permission to fish there and kind of do a nostalgic look back in the day when I used to go fishing as a uh, young man, little boy. Phantom Hodges drone, welcome to the show. Old guy on the drone. Wow, we got a lot of people jumping in. All right, cool. Floyd Moats, all right. Welcome to the show. Hey, don't worry about being late. So the weather's been really nice. Haven't gotten to even fire it up yet, Bill. Uh, I was busy working on getting the remote and the craft linked up. In 3 years, it'll be your 30th high school. Cool. The high school that I went to, well, what they did is they merged with our crosstown rivals and they changed the name. It went from Royal Oak Kimball High School to Royal Oak High School. And our crosstown rival was Don Darrow High School, which was originally Royal Oak High School. And then when Kimball got built, they named the old high school after the first mayor of Royal Oak, Michigan. And Don Darrow High School is the school that Glenn Fry of the Eagles went to school there. And also Tom Hayden, Jane Fonda's first husband. So I know a lot about history, about the history of Michigan. Another place that I want to go to is Greenfield Village. Now, it would be really cool if if I get permission to fly my drone really early in the morning before the place opens up so people could get a bird's eye view of Greenfield Village. For those of you who don't know about Greenfield Village, this was a place built by Henry Ford, uh, and he wanted to make an old town, make it look like an old town village of the late 18th century, early 19th century, and it also has the Wright cycle shop there that they dismantled and rebuilt piece by piece at Greenfield Village. So you get to go inside the place where the first uh, airplane was built, and you could see some of the gliders that they built. Oh, Mel from 400 AGL is here. All right, great. Yeah, all we need now are some of those Aussies out there. We need to get Spike out here. He came to my show last week, so cool. Another cool place that would be neat. Oh, the Mavic Air would be killer if I could get permission to fly inside the Henry Ford Museum. Oh, that would be awesome because they have some airplanes there. They have the replica of the Spirit of St. Louis that was used in the movie that Jimmy Stewart was in. That is there. There's an auto gyro there. Oh, there's some really cool stuff. Uh, Steam locomotives and early diesel locomotives, and also if you if you're into old cars, that's the place to go. They got cars going back to the early 1900s, and they go all the way up until I think the early 60s. And it's not just that, but they show the history of radio, how radio uh, evolved from right after Marconi and Tesla, and they show how that all evolved, and the phonograph. They even have some old Edison phonographs there, and how that turned into the record player and television too. They have an old timey uh, television camera from one of the local TV stations. Uh, I think it was used back in the 50s and early 60s at a TV station called WWJ, which when I lived in Michigan, they changed call letters to uh, WDIV, which is the current uh, call letters right now. So they got all kinds of stuff. They even have a replica of a colonial home. Back in the day when my dad was making replica of antique furniture, he would go there and get permission to take measurements and get an idea how they made certain pieces of furniture, like tables and chairs and so forth. So it is a really neat place to go to. Other places that would be cool to fly my drone would be around oh down there along the waterfront where that famous iconic statue is. Like that would be cool to fly around that, or the Renaissance Center, which was being built when I was there back in the 70s, which is now the headquarters of General Motors. Another place would be Belle Isle, would be a cool place to fly a drone if I get permission to do that. Oh, so you got your you got your tower up. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you got the okay, cool, Mel. That's great to hear. Uh Tim Herber wants to know what kind of editing software do I use? Well, I use Filmora, and it's got a lot of really good features in it that I like, and it's easy to use too. Um, Down the road, when I have enough money, I will buy some more features to add into it to make the video even better. When I make more videos or more content to put out on my channel, uh, they will they will get better over time. I think they're doing pretty good right now. They're evolving as I go along. So I'm probably up to excuse me, close to 20 videos now. And that's just on my drone channel. I mean, overall, I'm probably close to 50 or 60 if you combine all my channels together. I have my excuse me. I have my regular Arthur Carlson channel, and that's where you'll find some of my old comedy videos on there. Um, and you'll find some cooking videos and some other DIY projects I have on there. Wow, time is really flying now. So that's about it. Now that I got you here are these props that I told you about several weeks ago. Don't buy these. They are folding drones. They're folding props. They are, I guess, carbon fiber. Uh, I think the problem is if you don't get them out perfectly straight, they they're not very well balanced. They cause a lot of issues with the drone just jerking back and forth and flying erratic. So I bought these to try out, and they're supposedly the quiet props. Now excuse me. I will admit they are a little quieter. They are just they sound different. Instead of like a high pitched sound, it's more of a kind of a, a blender set on a lower setting. So that's the difference. Uh, Also, Jeff Sills got my package. I sent him what's called a Favic. And what that is, that helps you to convert your Phantom 3 into a Mavic style drone where the legs fold. So it makes it a little easier to travel with because the legs fold up. And I mean, it looks kind of like a, steroid version of a Mavic. What does is it allows you to take the internal parts from a Phantom 3 and you could put them in here. The only thing that's different that you have to do is you have to extend the wiring from the motors. I'm going to say motors instead of engines, like Jeff says. Engines are internal combustion. But it'll be interesting to see that build, and that's probably going to happen later in the year because he's got some other projects that are in the queue before that project comes along. And I was, yeah, it is a lot of work, yeah, but the good thing is there are a lot of videos out there that show you how to do this. And it comes with all the screws, the wiring, and the cabling and everything you need to do the changeover. All you need is well, a wrecked Phantom 3. From what Jeff told me, someone has donated a Phantom 3 Pro, which is going to be great because it's got the sensors well, this item is really made for the Phantom 3 Pro or the Advanced because it's got the sensor module on the bottom of the craft, which will be good. Uh, so Roy doesn't like soldering. Well, if you know what you're doing and you're good at it, and Jeff is really good at it, he did a bang up job with the Heron Bird, and now he's working on the Rollins Mavic. Uh, just about everything is new except for one board. The bottom main board is going to be new. Everything else is brand new. Uh, but he's doing a great job. And I'm really impressed with the work that he's doing on it. So originally I was going to do the Fabric, and I thought, you know what? And this was before I got all these great gifts from all of you folks out there. The Mavic Air and and the Tello. Tim, yeah, the Tello is a lot of fun to fly around with. When the weather gets bad here, I get fly indoors. The camera is not bad. It's a 720p camera, and it's not bad. I'll probably do some more uh, videos about the Tello, and later on maybe in a few months when I get closer to the 500 subs, I'm going to do a giveaway. If you guys are on Facebook, you probably saw my photos of all my uh, DJI products that I have, and then I had another photo of I call toy drones out there. Uh, there is one called the Lumi, and it's got a little, it looks like an oversized lipstick. And what you do is you turn it on, set it out there, and then the app on your phone allows you to fly, and it flies to the beat of music, which is kind of cool. So, yeah, I think that's where it gets its Wi-Fi signal from. Then there's I've got two Drocon Cyclones. I bought one from a police auction website, and it didn't come with a remote control. So I thought, oh yeah, I'll be able to find one on eBay. No such luck. You gotta, if you get one, you're going to get the whole thing. So I found a really good deal on one. It was brand new in the box that someone got for Christmas and never used it. And I actually got it cheaper than the drone that I bought. So go figure. So when I give that one away, it'll be two drones in one. In case you wreck one, you got a spare. Uh, and then I've got the Veerhawk. Uh, I bought that from someone on Facebook Market, and, but it didn't have a camera on it. But it has supposedly a 1080p camera on it. So I looked around on the internet and I found it. And so later on down the road, I'll probably go get it and stick it on there, and I'll probably use that as a giveaway. I'll do a review on it. I flew it around outside and in my apartment, and it uses a barometer for altitude hold. And it's a fairly steady little drone, so it's not bad. So I'll get that part and get that out there. And then I have my Bugs 3, which has no GPS, which is actually a pretty good drone to get your feet wet with, because you could put a GoPro on it. And this is an SJ cam. This used to be my old video camera that I used before I got this Logitech from Lloyd Mendenhall, the grumpy blogger. And but yeah, it has a mount on it where you could stick a GoPro or GoPro like camera on it and fly around with that, and then you could you can't go very far because well, you'll lose your Bluetooth signal for your camera on it. So, but that's kind of cool to fly around with. And boy, I crashed it quite a few times on it. Fortunately, I only had to replace one blade, and I broke the camera mount on it, but I was able to get a new one on eBay for a few bucks. Wasn't very expensive. So I might do another review on that. What else? I think that is about it on the toy drones I have. Oh, and that, well, then there's this guy right here. This is called a NanoCam by Rage. It's got a camera. I never got the camera to work on it, and I've got an issue with one of the motors on it because it won't uh, produce enough lift to get it off the ground. Oh yeah, how is that Evo? The Evo, isn't that kind of like their version of the Mavic? I've seen some photos of it, and it looks pretty cool. Oh, this is my other toy drone. I love flying this guy around. This is a SEMA X. Oh yeah, X20, and this is fun to fly around with. Doesn't have a camera on it, and probably what I should have done when I flew this, I should have put the prop guards on it, and that's because I broke one of the props, and when I replaced the prop, I think I pushed too hard on it, and I think I jacked up the motor on it. So maybe what I'll do is I'll send this to Jeff. Maybe he could get it working. But yeah, maybe down the road I might, if I get do it, I'll snag an Autel and do a review on it. I was thinking about the getting the Premier Star, which is kind of their version of the Phantom 3 or the Phantom 4, because it had a 4K camera on it. But now I guess you can't get batteries for it. So yeah, the EdStar Premium. That's one, the orange ones. So I had a chance of picking up a Parrot Bebop 2, and then I saw the funky controller, and I decided, I don't think I want to mess that. Oh, and that's the other thing that I got was the Parrot Swing. Maybe I'll fly that tomorrow if it's a good day tomorrow. Yeah, I got to try that one out and do a review on it. So those are the drones that I want to try out, and those will probably be giveaways down the road. And I've got my, I don't know if you can see this. This is my Artco shirt that I've got. I made a few of these, and then on the back it says remote pilot or pilot in command. I should have written remote pilot in command, but when I get a few bucks down the road, I will get out a mess of those. And one of my goals for this year is to get my Artco website up. And Ken's got a very good video out there that he just released on how to start a drone business. And that gave me a lot of ideas. And so those are part of my goals for this year, because I want to start making some money with this. And one of my goals next year, in about 13 months, I am going to go back to the Philippines, and I'm going to bring my Mavic Air with me. Now, I was talking to Greg Cooner, and he said there are issues you may have bringing your drone to the Philippines. It may get confiscated at customs. Well, I've been looking at some of the videos on YouTube, and I know several vloggers in the Philippines that fly drones there. So I don't think I'll have a problem getting my drone into the Philippines. You just gotta be smart about it. Don't put your batteries uh, in your luggage that's going to be stored, in the cargo. Uh, have your batteries in with your drone. Drain your batteries down to about 20%. Good idea. Get a lipo bag. Also put some tape over the connectors so there's no possible way of a short starting. I've heard of stories where they don't want you, they want you to take your props and put them in your luggage because They're worried the props might be used as a weapon. Yeah, maybe a throwing star. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like a boomerang. Oh yeah. Look, take that. So yeah, so I've seen some videos where they talked about that, but really all you have to do is go to their civil aviation website and get the lowdown on bringing a drone into the country. There are a lot of really neat places to go to fly your drone. One of the places I'd like to go is Corregidor, which is where the U.S. Army was holed up before they were uh, captured by the Japan. Well, before they surrendered to the Japanese, and it's a fairly good sized island in Manila Harbor, where and inside the mountain they dug a tunnel in there. That's where the hospital was, and the ruins of the barracks are still there. And I thought, wow, if you could fly a drone, you know, over the old barracks and some of the battle sites around the island, that would be really cool. Another place I would like to go is Fort Drum. And this is probably pretty obscure for you folks out there, but I'm a battleship fanatic. I love battleships, especially I like the pre-dreadnoughts and the ones that came after the dreadnought. Well, what this is, it's an island, and they made a concrete battleship. They put two battleship turrets on this, and it could cover almost the whole bay with that. And originally it was going to have 12-inch guns, and then President, oh God, who was it? Well, he was the one that he was the president that became later on a Supreme Court justice. Not Taft. Yes, Taft. Yeah, he decided no, let's put 14-inch guns on, and those were state of the art guns, and amazingly, those turrets held up to all kinds of bombardment. The undoing was how do people get in there? You know, there's a place where personnel get in there, and that's how the Japanese were able to get our guys to surrender, and then later on we got them to surrender. So it's still there. It's in pretty bad shape. Luckily, it's fenced off to keep vandalers out of there. What I would like to see is if they could restore it back to a functioning unit to, shoot off some blanks out there. That would be cool. Uh, uh, think of a concrete battleship that could shoot a projectile the the weight of a Volkswagen. Think about that. And there are beautiful places around the country. There are volcanoes. Another good place that I'd like to go to is Lake Taal, which is a remnant of a volcano that became a lake. And then out in the middle of the lake, there's a smaller volcano that has a lake inside it. And it's a beautiful place to go to. Uh, the lake inside that little tiny volcano, the water is kind of a greenish yellow color because of the sulfur and other nasty chemicals that come with the volcanic activity. So, and I that would be a cool place to fly your drone. There's a vlogger there in the Philippines. He's an American who's retired, and he built a house there. And one day he went out to Lake Taal. Okay, well, Lloyd, thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you liked the show. Yeah, he took his Phantom 4 out there, and some of the footage he got was just awesome. The thing that kind of got me was uh, how far he flew that out there. It seemed like he was out there for miles, and it's probably not even that far. He probably got it out there maybe a quarter of a mile or so, but he got some really good footage. Well, Floyd and Lloyd, thanks for coming by. Oh, yeah, Jim, thanks for mentioning that. Epson makes a FPV goggles, and they're called the Morvic or the Movic or whatever, and they look like glasses, but you could see inside the your drone what your drone sees, which is cool. And that oh yeah, the Virio, yeah. I would like if oh boy, if I could get a hold of one of those and put that try that out with my Mavic Air or my Phantom 3 Advance, that would be cool. Or even the Fat Sharks or the DJI goggles. Those would be fun to try out. That's something I want to try out this year. I've got these cheapy goggles that maybe I'll try them with my Phantom 3 because you can stick your cell phone inside these goggles. Oh, but darn, the thing is, you need a cable to hook up to it. Yeah, so it probably won't work for that. Darn. Maybe with the Phantom 3 standard, it probably would work. But the thing about with FPVs, uh, you would need someone with you to do a visual line of sight because with those goggles, if you're going to fly some distance, you're going to need someone to make sure to tell you if where the drone is. But I've seen some of those folks that do the race drones. Excuse me, and they use those goggles, and I go, wow, that. Excuse me, those look like a lot of fun to fly. Maybe, oh wow, if I could get one of these little drones with a camera and it has an app on it, I could do an FVP with that. So I might be able to do that with one of the other toy drones I've got. Oh man. So we had another really nice warm day today. Great day to fly. Uh, Hopefully tomorrow will be another really nice day for me to get the Mavic Air out. And it just took me so long to finally get everything working on it. Ah, all right, so we've done an hour. Boy, that just yes, Bill. Next time I do a show, I will have a bottle of water with me. Good idea. So, thanks for stopping by, everyone. You have a great evening. We'll catch you all next time. Don't forget, next Thursday night on Ken Heron Show, I will be a guest. And that'll be a lot of fun to do. So, hopefully, I can get this camera. I'm sure it'll work fine with Skype. Skype is really easy to get cameras to work on them. So uh, keep those drones in the sky unless you got the underwater kind. Have fun and see you all next time. And, oh yeah, I gotta. There's that, but take care, everybody. God bless you and have a good one. Bye bye. And then we end it. Bye.